Warning, this will be brutally honest video. I will share with you 5 main causes why Western clients drop Asian vendors, and doesn't matter either is before signing contract or after signing contract. My name is Adam Skoneczny and this is Go Global Asia podcast. For last 9 years, I've been living in Asia, and for last 7 years as a CEO of EVIT organization, I've been helping Asian companies expand their business to the global market. In this podcast, I am discussing everything related to global expansion as well as collaboration with Western clients. Welcome everyone back to my home studio. I'm really happy to be with you here again, and I'm really happy to share with you this quite difficult information, quite difficult because I as a presenter and as a person who commit to share with you valuable information, I will have to share everything what I believe and what I experience is true, and what can cause your business as an Asian business, whenever you enter in Western market, cause the failure, cause that the Western client will drop the contract, cause that Western client will not collaborate with you, and maybe even cause that Western client will talk about you many different things and create something what we call black branding. So guys, today I will share with you 5 main issues that Asian business is doing whenever they try set up collaboration with Western client. Number 1, low cost is our unique selling point. One of the most often thing I hear whenever I ask Asian company, what is unique selling point of your business? They will tell me we are cheaper. And this is one of the worst thing what they can do. There is multiple reasons why this is worst thing. First of all, when you are cheap, the Western people, they will perceive that your quality is also low. And obviously this not must be true, but that's how they might perceive you. Second, competing by price, it's really bad idea. Why? Because there will be always somebody cheaper than you. And remember, you are not competing only in your local market. Let's say if you are Vietnamese business or if you are Indian business and you're selling to the Europe, you're not competing against other businesses in India. The price you are sharing to your Western client, it's the world price. What do I mean? The client will compare it with the South America, with the Vietnam, with Philippines, with India. So you are competing worldwide. And ask yourself, are you cheaper than everybody else in the world? Do you want to be cheaper than everybody else in the world? Are you cheaper than Africa? So competing by price, it's really bad idea. Last reason what I can share with you why this is not a good idea, it's basically you showing to your client that you don't have a very specific value proposition. If you are cheap, you don't value your product, you have no specific value proposition in their eyes, you cannot tell about your value proposition, then they will not see it, they will not perceive it, and it will be much more difficult for you to get the deal with Western client. Number 2, sign contract, it means deal is done. One of very strong misconception from Asian businesses. I can tell you that Western peoples, they really respect contract. They really put a lot of attention to it. If you already had the opportunity to negotiate a contract with Western people, you will see that they will pay attention to the smallest details. But when they sign this contract, you shouldn't believe that this is end of your work. Actually, this is just beginning of your work. Because after signing contract, there is delivery. And you need to deliver exceptional, the best if you deliver exceptional service, exceptional product, or at least you need to deliver this what you promised. if you start being late, if you don't deliver what you promise, if there is some misalignment between what you said and what you deliver, the Western client, they will not hesitate to go to the court and sue your company. I saw even worse examples than that. I saw the example when one European company, they went to European commissioners, what is it, like European government, and they report another Vietnamese company about their ugly practices. So guys, please keep in mind, if you are Asian business, you starting working with Western enterprises, signing contract, this is just first step. Then next step is delivery. Make sure you deliver exceptional experience, exceptional product, exceptional services. Only thanks to this, you can hope for long-term business, and only thanks to this, you can hope for reference and referrals. Third biggest misconception is related to sales. Namely, one sales approach is good for every market. And as far as I can agree that if you have a one sales process and you can take this sales process and put it into another market, it's a fact, and this is true from my experience. However, the approach need to be adjusted to specific persona you're prospecting, specific channel you will use, specific communication style. This is really important element, so let me get a little bit deeper into it and explain you with the details. So imagine in one market you are approaching CEO of middle-sized companies, and as far as in, let's say in Vietnam, you can text them by Zalo and have this personal direct communication channel. If you do something like this in Poland or in Germany, this will be really badly perceived. This can actually be breaker for your deal. It can kill the deal. So what do I mean? Still keep your sales process as it is. I don't know, maybe your sales process is divided for 4 or 5 stages. But in these stages, whenever you do lead generation, consider to approach it in the right way to the market. If one market is accepting 1,000 emails and spammy emails, it doesn't mean that another market will accept that. Second, if you negotiate the contract very specific way for Indian type of the client, then you probably will be negotiating contract different way for the client from Germany or Switzerland. So adjust the sales process to fit with the client. Next, when you are creating service offering, make sure you adjust it as well to the market and to the client needs. Each market is reacting differently. You need to communicate your value differently. You need to approach it differently. And I do not recommend just copy and paste from one market to another because it was successful in other market. One of the best case studies here could be Korea market. Recently, we are actually approaching a lot of the Korean companies because business in Korea is really good. And I cannot imagine that I would take the same approach as we do in Korea and put in the other country. It's impossible. Basically, the client from other country than Korea, they would think we are crazy if we approach them in the same way as in Korea. For instance, if I send to the client from the Poland my website, my pitch deck, and my proposal, for instance, before the meeting, and I ask them to read this, I ask them to get familiar with that, and I join to the meeting with them, and I don't talk about this, they will think I'm crazy. But that's how you do it in Korea. In Korea, people expecting that whenever they send you some documents, you learn about them, and they don't need to waste the time going through those documents during the meeting. Misconception number 4. As an Asian company, we should always say yes to the client, and we should treat the client as a king. And this is huge misconception, and this is huge problem I can see here in Asia whenever they're collaborating with Western enterprises. The reason is that in Western, our culture requires us to treat everyone equally. And if you put the client much higher than you, they will not feel comfortable with this. And to give you a very good example, I will share with you the story I had with one of my colleague before when I was supporting another organization in the consulting project. My colleague, Vietnamese girl, she went to Germany and I set up for her meeting with the CEO of middle-sized organization, nearly corporate. And she joined to that meeting offline at the office, and I was in Vietnam, in Hanoi, joining online together with them. In the moment when she came to office, I saw she was stressed out, but this is quite normal. She was young lady, and she was talking with the CEO of bigger organization. Completely fine, no problem. She can be stressed out. However, she made critical mistake. During the conversation, she said something like that to the client. Because the client is our king. And suddenly, this person, he felt really, really offended. He looked at her and with very upset voice said to this young lady, "So if I am king, then you are what? My slave?" And the situation in the room, can you imagine? Even me being 13,000 kilometers from that location, I was thinking I want to hide under table because it was so awkward. We shouldn't do something like that. We are all human, following the Western culture and mindset, and we are all equal. You should deliver extraordinary service and perfect customer experience. But don't tell your client that they are king. Don't say yes to everything. If you see that your client has some unreasonable request or has the request that will actually hurt his deal, tell them about this. Tell them about this, and actually you will gain trust from their side. Because as I said in the other episode when I was talking about cultural difference, the Western clients, they really appreciate feedback. They really want to hear your voice as an expert. And this is a great opportunity to share your voice as an expert. And I will give you one more case study that I experienced. And this was one of the best experience I got, which will show expertise of the service provider here from the Vietnam. So the situation was that we were collaborating with the Korean client, and Korean client asked us to create some specific software, especially for them. And they give us requirements for this software, and they assume that the total delivery time will take around 18 months, and it will cost something like $200,000. Our delivery manager took this document, and actually he found a way to reduce the time only to 6 months to deliver same software and cut the cost in half. And then we came to the client, we showed this new proposal, we compare the functionalities, we compare software that they request to the software we can deliver to them. We show them how they can save the times, how they can save money. And it was amazing experience, but because this is what it is about. When we do business with somebody, we want to create the value, we want to help other people. And if we have the expertise to help other people, if we know that somebody doing mistake, tell them about this. Don't be afraid. Don't say yes, 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 yes to everything. Let me move to point number 5. And the last point, what I would like to talk about, is belief of Asian companies that they should sell everything to everyone. This is a huge misconception, and this is something what really harming them. I saw this situation many times. Asian company approaching Western clients and they telling them that they building web application, mobile application, they building ERP systems, they working in 20 different industries, and totally they are 3 years on the market and they have 30 employees. This kind of approach, it's not suitable with Western clients. Western clients rather specialized company who have experience in very specific area. They don't like to work with generalists. We even have this proverb, which is say, if something is for everything, that means it's for nothing. And basically it's say, if you believe that you can do everything, it means you can do nothing. So whenever you choose your market, whenever you choose your type of the client, choose their problem, show how your company is solving this problem, and tell you are expert in solving this problem. Don't tell them that I am doing all of this because maybe I will be so lucky and will guess that will one problem fit with their need. Better it's to research about the client, research about the market, find the issue in the market, and position yourself as a company who is focusing on solving this problem, position yourself as an expert in this area, and position yourself as a solution to that specific issue. So guys, that was 5 main issues that are causing many problems when collaborating with Western clients. So now, what you can do to avoid it? First of all, focus on the value delivery, not the price. That will be your key element to think about it. Instead of telling your client you are the cheapest, explain them actually where is the value you deliver. You can keep low price. I don't telling you to increase the price, but show the real value to the client that will actually help them. Number 2, invest in the strong communication and project management. What do I mean? Whenever you start working with the client, make sure you understand their need. Make sure that the person communicating, every employee working directly with your client, they know how to communicate with them. You are service provider, you are product provider. Your role is to deliver exceptional experience. If you understand that there are cultural different and you already know that it's your responsibility to work on this. Number 3, adapt sales strategy to specific market. Again, you can keep your sales process. I don't telling you to change whole sales organization, but adapt a specific stage in your sales process to the specific market, to their problem, to their ICP, to their communication style. So guys, that's it for today's episode. What I would like you to do is to analyze those 5 elements I share with you today. Whenever you see that you are lagging somewhere or you have some issue with any of those elements, act and improve your service, improve the value you provide, improve the way you communicate, wherever, but improve it. As a next step, what I would like you to do is to look into the episode. The link will be in the description or it's on your screen, where I am talking about cultural difference between Western countries and Asia. This episode will help you a lot to understand the client much better, and thanks to understanding them very good, you can collaborate with them much more successfully. Thank you so much, guys. This is Go Global Asia podcast, and I see you in the next episode. Bye.